Welcome back to FM Story, and it's time to begin this South American Glory Hunter. As you'll have seen from yesterday's video, we let the wheel decide where we started, and we're beginning in Brazil with Internacional. So without further ado, let's get into the action. We're very quickly into competitive action. The state championships start up very early. Obviously, with Brazil, it is a very, very long season. The state championship starts the 14th of January, and our last league game is scheduled for the 1st of December. So pretty much the whole year we've got. The first couple of months, obviously, the state championship, the Copa do Brazil gets started as well. The transfer window has just opened. We haven't brought anyone in yet. We're looking at bringing in a young centre half for reasons that will become clear when we look at the age of the squad in a second. We have done one deal to come in July when his contract finishes with his current club, and that is to bring in Wendell from Porto. We're a bit weak at left back, so we've brought him in, or we're bringing him in just to give us some extra quality in that area. As you'll see, looking at the squad here, the average age is nearly 29. We've got 2 players that are 37, 3 players that are 35, 2 that are 33, 4 that are 32, 2 that are 31, and 1 that's 30. So we've got a lot of players over 30 in the squad, and then a lot of players in the late 20s as well. So we need to kind of achieve quite a lot this season and probably next season with this international team, just because a lot of these players aren't going to be around for much more than a season or two. There are some big names in the squads. Fernando, who used to play for Man City, Aranguiz, who was by Leverkusen, Enner Valencia, Alan Patrick, and Rafael Santos Borro, who was in Germany as well. So hopefully we've got a bit of quality that we can do something this season. We're going to start with 4-3-3 in terms of the formation, but we've had like 2 weeks since the save started. So obviously the tactics going forward will be shaped by performances early on. And obviously we're starting with the state championship, so it should be, for the most part, a pretty straightforward ride through this. Obviously, Gremio, big rivals. That's going to be a big game come the beginning of March. But hopefully we've got enough to pick up an early trophy, although that won't impact on the save at all at any point. It's time for our second game of the state championship, what I would term probably our first test of the championship. It's against local rivals Juventude, who have just been promoted to the top division of Brazilian football as well for this current upcoming season that we're in. We have played the opening game of the season away against Avenida. We won 5-1, pretty comfortable. A hat-trick for Enner Valencia. It's a quick turnaround for the second game, so we'll probably be rotating players in the second half, just because the first month or so of the season is weekend, midweek, before it becomes just weekly games towards the end of the state championship campaign. But hopefully we can go out and put in a similar performance to what we did in the first game. All right, Rene at left back with a throw. Aranguiz back to Robert Renan. Fernando into Alan Patrick. Mauricio going down the outside into Valencia. Perfect start. Where he left off in the last game. Inside a minute, we've taken the lead. We've worked the ball well there. It eventually comes out to the wing. Mauricio gets a half-yard space, plays it into the box, and Enner Valencia with a simple finish from about 10 yards out. The game's quieting down a bit. They've got a throw in our half, though, Ball into the box, goes all the way through to Rocher at the back. He then rolls it out to Robert Renan, and we're bringing it down the left-hand side. Forward for Rene, who's already picked up a yellow card, down the line. Infield to Aaron Geese, back to Wanderson. Looking for Valencia in the box again. There was a fair bit of space at the near post there, but the keeper's turned it behind for a corner. Wanderson to take it, in swinger, in towards the near post, and the header from Malo, I think it was, went straight into the keeper's arms. Right, a corner from the left this time, Mauricio with an in swinger towards the back post, and that one's headed wide of the far post. We're creating plenty of chances. Hopefully we're not going to regret wasting them. Another corner, Wanderson with the in-swinger from the left. It's headed up in the air and clear as far as Alan Patrick, who finds Wanderson again, cuts inside, bends it into the far corner, doubles the lead and gives us a bit more of a comfortable position. It comes out, Alan Patrick just recycles the ball, finds Wanderson, no one had gone out to him, cuts inside and had all the space in the world to find that bottom corner. All right, Wanderson with another corner, this time towards the centre of the goal. Fernando again, and they've scrambled it away for a throw-in. Another corner, Mauricio this time again. This time headed clear at the near post. Alan Patrick again tidying up. Down the line for Mauricio, I think he probably was offside, but he's lost it. And now they're going to attack down their left. Alan Patrick gets back and wins it. Just looks for Malo. It ends up coming through to Fernando. Back to Vitao. He now goes around the outside. Gets to the byline. Dinks across to the back post. It's headed away from Wanderson to Rene. Aaron Geese squares it. And Alan Patrick well over the top. Right, a free kick. Alan Patrick to the back post. There's Enna Valencia again. Except that's been disallowed for offside. He was always standing in an offside position. And just didn't get back on time. It's a good header at the back post though. They've crossed the back post. We've got a head on it. We've gone from distance. It took a deflection. A great save by Rocher to turn it behind for a corner. And we've got a head on that at the near post as well. And got it out. And there we go. Half time, 2-0 up. Pretty dominant first half. More of the same in the second half, please. Right, so we made a couple of changes at half time. We've taken off the players on yellow cards because there's no point in getting them sent off. And we brought on Thiago Marler at the base of the midfield and Townan Lara, who's a young prospect at left back. Not an awful lot happening in the second half. All right, we made a triple sub just to get some fresh legs on. They've had a header saved at the near post there. And that one's taken a deflection off the defender and gone in the back of the net. And that's 2-1. And hopefully we're not going to throw this one away. As I said, we've made a couple of changes. Malo was knacked at right back, so he's come off and Bustos has come on there. Aaron Geese is coming back from an injury, so he's gone off. And Gabriel's come on for him. And we've brought Rafael Santos Borre on up top instead of Enna Valencia. Right, a corner for us, Wanderson towards the far post. We've got a header and Borre's hit the post from practically right next to it. Right, a corner for them. Right, we've got a head on it, but it's gone straight back out to the corner taker. Pulled back to the edge of the box. We've got a block on the shot, and Thiago Marler now bringing it clear. And Wanderson picks it up. Infield to Gabriel. Into the box, gets past his man. The keeper saves it, it's still alive. Mauricio's shot off the head of the defender for an own goal and restores the 2-goal advantage and can calm things down a bit there on the pitch. Gabriel did well. The keeper makes a save. Alan Patrick's shot's blocked. He then finds Mauricio, who cuts in on that left foot. It deflects off the defender's hip, flies into the top corner for 3-1. Right, Bustos on the right. Thiago Marla back to Robert Renan. Town and Lara. Back to Henan. Down the line for Vonderson. Vonderson cuts it back. Comes back to Vonderson. Squares it for Mauricio. He this time finds the net without the aid of deflection. It's 4-1. And that's another 3 points wrapped up. Thought we were trying to maybe overplay it a bit once it comes to Mauricio. First time finish. Bends it into that corner past the keeper's outstretched hand. Right, Bustos with a throw to Alan Patrick. Into Mauricio in the box. Cuts onto his left foot again. And this time it just ripples the top of the net as it goes over. And there we go. Full time, 4-1. A pretty dominant performance. And 2 wins from 2 to start the state championship. So we're into April. It is the second leg of the state championship final, and things have gone remarkably well so far this season. It is a bit hard to tell whether we are actually any good or whether it's just because of the quality of opposition we've played. There's only two other teams in the state championship who are in the top flight in Grêmio and Juventude, and Juventude are predicted to finish bottom of the first Brazilian division. So it could be that we've just played a load of teams that aren't very good, but we've been outstanding so far this season. As you can see from the table there, 11 wins from 11 games, a plus 45 goal difference in the league stage of the state championship. Obviously, we last saw the 4-1 victory over Juventude. We then won 5-3 against Ipiranga. We won 5-2 against Brasil de Pelotas, 6-0 against Guarani de Baj, 2-0 against Santa Cruz, 8-1 against São Jose, which becomes an interesting thing as we get later on in the campaign. And we beat São Luís 4-1. Then we had the first round of the Copa do Brasil, and despite picking a pretty strong team, we drew 1-1. And for some reason in that first round, if it's a draw after 90 minutes, the team in the higher division goes through. So that is the only reason we made it into the second round of the Copa do Brasil. We went back to the state championship and beat Caxias 3-1. We then had probably our toughest game in the league stage of the state championship against Grêmio, and we won 4-3. We were 3-0 up at half time. They pulled it back in the second half, and then Bruno Henrique popped up with a 92nd minute winner for us. And then in the last game of the league phase of the state championship, we won 12-0 against Novo Hamburgo. We then had the second round of the Copa do Brasil and won 6-0 away at Nautico. And then the semi-finals of the state championship. So the first leg away at São Jose, we got off to a great start with a goal after 3 minutes from Charles Aranguiz. Then Fernando got himself sent off for a stupid tackle. They equalised, and it looked like it was going to peter out to a 1-1 draw. However, Tawan Lara, who'd come off the bench to come on at left back, popped up with a 92nd minute winner to keep the 100% record in the state championship going. The second leg, despite missing Fernando through suspension, Alan Patrick was injured, and Sergio Rochelle, goalkeeper, and Ender Valencia were both away on international duty. We ended up winning the home leg 4-0 to see us through to the final. In the final, we're playing Juventude, who beat Grêmio in the other semi-final. They actually lost the home leg 2-1 to Grêmio and then went away to Grêmio and won 3-0. We started the final with a 3-0 victory away at Juventude. An early goal from Aranguiz, a penalty in the second half from Aranguiz, and then a late goal from Ender Valencia off the bench saw us run out 3-0 victors. And we've got the second leg to come. and that'll be swiftly followed by the third round of the Copa do Brasil, where we've been drawn against Tombense, who are a Serie C side, so we should hopefully be able to pick up a victory there as well. But for now, all attention turns to the State Championship final second leg. It doesn't matter as far as the save is concerned, but it would be a good start to the season if we can pick up another victory in this game, pick up the trophy, and finish with a 100% record in the State Championship. So this is the side we have picked for the second leg of the final. We've finally got Hugo Malo back at right back. He's been missing for about a month. We do have some players missing from this game. We're missing from the start, what would be the starting lineup. Fernando got himself suspended again in the first leg of the final, so he is missing, and Thiago Maia is coming in at that base of that midfield. And we're missing Alan Patrick and Wanderson. So Bruno Henrique is playing instead of Patrick, and Wesley is playing instead of Wanderson. We have made a couple of signings before the transfer deadline, which was a few weeks ago. We brought in Marcus Leonardo on loan, and he's provided some goals. And I think between him and Enner Valencia, could provide a real threat this season for us. We've also signed Andres Romero from Ecuador. He is a young player who I think probably can develop into a decent player, but we've sent him straight back up on loan to his current club because he's not ready yet for the first team for us. So we'll send him back to them, get some first team football, and then hopefully when he comes at the end of the year, he can hit the ground running for us. The 4-3-3 against 4-3-3. Right, Bruno Henrique with a free kick for us. Lifts it over the wall, hits the outside of the post, and it goes behind for a goal kick. Right, they've run long with a goal kick. Aaron Geese heads it down to Mauricio, back to Vitao. Mauricio on the right. What a run by Aaron Geese into Marcus Leonardo in the box. That's 1-0 on the night, 4-0 on aggregate, and we are flying so far. But like I said, I don't know whether we're any good or whether it's just the quality of the opposition we've been playing in this State Championship. The league season starts shortly. The Copa Sudamericana starts shortly as well. We've had a horrific draw in that. I think we've been drawn with Boca from Argentina. We've been drawn with Everton from Chile, and we've been drawn with Huancayo from Peru. So I think we could have had a much better draw for certain in that. But Vitao intercepts that ball forward, finds Mauricio wide to Wesley in space. Back to Bruno Henrique. René Henrique turns, opens up for a shot, but he just couldn't keep it down. Another long goal kick from them. Another header won by us. Max Leonardo then wide to Mauricio, who's caught on the ball. And they're running at Hugo Malo here. Cross to the back post. Rocher comes and punches. And now Wesley brings it clear down the left-hand side. He's on his own a bit and then loses out. But René picks up the loose ball. And Robert Renan bringing it forward. Mauricio cuts inside his man onto his left foot. That would have been a great goal. Forces the keeper to turn it behind for a corner. And we're just keeping up this pressure. Aaron Geese to take the corner. In towards the near post. It's up in the air. Back out to Aaron Geese, which I think he's offside there. And yeah, he is. Right, René. Down the line to Wesley. Into Henrique. Bursts into the box. Could have squared it. Goes for goal, but straight at the keeper. Right, a throw for them. Into the box. We've tidied it up nicely there. Aaron Geese to Henrique. Goes long, looking for Mauricio in acres of space here, somehow. Drives at his man. Low cross into the box. They've struggled to get it clear. Wesley finds Aaron Geese. He fires home. It's his 9th goal of the season from the centre of midfield already. And that's 2-0 on the night. So Mauricio was in extra space, drove down the right, poor cross, the clearance hits the wrong man, who then panics. We then work it, and Aaron Geese from the edge of the box just steers it past the keeper for 2-0. And there we are, half time, 2-0 on the night, 5-0 on aggregate, and it looks as though this 100% record is going to stick going into the start of the Serie A season. Right, so we made one change at half time. We've brought on Rafael Santos Bora up front instead of Marcus Leonardo. Enrique into the box, and we've opened the scoring in the second half pretty quickly there. From a throw, Enrique finds himself in the box, just bends it in off the base of the post by the looks of it. So Rene to Wesley into Enrique, just shifts it onto his right foot, and then just started it outside of the post and beat the keeper. Right, free kick, Mauricio to the back post. It's a header, it's cleared off the line, Enrique up in the air, and the keeper comes and claims it after getting absolutely nowhere near the initial free kick. Right, we made a third change. We brought Valencia on for Wesley, and we've changed the shape up a touch. Right, a corner, Mauricio to take it. In swing on his left foot to the near post. It's up in the air, comes back out to Mauricio, who cuts in field. Aaron Geese from distance had some bend on it, but just couldn't keep it down. Right, a corner for them. We've headed it clear. So we can come back from the edge of the box though. Farias goes round the outside and drags his shot wide of the post. Right, Tau and Lara into, well worked, but I think Vitao was offside there. Went with the short free kick, a bit of intricate passing on the edge of the box, and then he was offside for the finish. And there we go, full time. We've picked up the Iparanga State Championship. Obviously not something that we needed to win as far as the Glory Hunt is concerned, but picking up a trophy. We've won every game in the state championship, all the way through the league phase, through the two legs of the semi-finals, through the two legs of the final, and that puts us in a strong position in terms of thinking and knowing that what side we want to play going into the start of the league season and the Copa Sudamericana. And there we are, the end of the first episode of this South American glory hunting save, and things have gone exceptionally well. We've managed to make it through to the third round of the Copa do Brasil. We needed a bit of fortune with the rules in that first game, but as far as the state championship's concerned, we won 11 from 11 in the league. We won both legs of the semi-final, both legs of the final to lift the trophy. Join us in the next episode when the Serie A season gets underway, and also the Copa Sudamericana with that group where we've been drawn with Boca, Everton and Honcayo. Thanks for watching. We'll see you then.